An escalating tenor and tone. Earlier, I spoke with Nancy Cordes about this harsh tone, now beginning to reshape the Democratic race and how it could impact that New York primary.
I think it suggests a couple of things, Josh. First, I think Sanders is point blank frustrated by a couple of things. He feels that Hillary Clinton is distorting his record on guns and other issues. And so he certainly was testy with us from the minute we saw him yesterday. Clearly, after getting attacked by Clinton for half a day, he wasn't in the greatest of moods. But beyond that, he has now won 6 contests in a row. It wasn't even close. He won some of these states by 60%. And yet he is still very far away from his goal of catching up to Hillary Clinton. So you can imagine if you're on this huge winning streak and everybody's out there saying, well, you still have no shot, you're farther away from the nomination than ever, you might get a little frustrated, and he certainly let that show.
Meanwhile, qualifications to be president, that's a fundamental accusation really theoretically being made by both here. What to make then of the Clinton campaign's response to Sanders' comment?
It is a fundamental accusation, and you had some Democratic leaders come out after that and say, look, this is the kind of thing that you can't take back. You don't go there, because later on, if Hillary Clinton is the nominee and Bernie Sanders is campaigning for her, he's inevitably going to get the question, hey, wait a minute, I thought you said she was unqualified. Why are you backing her now? But the Sanders campaign argues that Clinton is actually the one who started it. She didn't actually say that he's unqualified, but she did come close. She said he hadn't done his homework. She said that she was obviously the better choice. And they say that after he won Wisconsin, they really ramped up their attacks on him heading into New York. And so he had every right to respond. Justifications,
Nancy, that we heard really from the other side of the aisle during this campaign season. So then really in a meta perspective, how damaging could these attacks be for the party?
The problem is that Hillary Clinton has enough challenges as the Democratic frontrunner, right? She's still got all these email questions dogging her. There's been a lot of talk about the lack of enthusiasm for her campaign, questions about her honesty, her trustworthiness. So what she doesn't need is another Democrat coming in and adding to those questions. And Democratic leaders say, look, it would be one thing if these two were locked in a very close battle the way that Clinton and President Obama were in 2008, where it really could go either way. In this case, yes, Bernie Sanders does still mathematically have a path to the nomination, but it would require him winning every single state from here on out by overwhelming margins, larger margins, for example, than he won in Wisconsin. So they say, hey, why, as your path to the nomination is shrinking, are you ramping up your attacks on the likely Democratic nominee? The party needs to stick together.
A path he will continue to walk today in Philadelphia. Nancy Cordes with the Democrats. Thanks.
You got it.